Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot here on YouTube. I typically do this reading on Elysian Lotus Tarot, my other channel, my All Signs channel, but I'm switching all my pick a cards and single sign readings to this channel. So I'm happy to have you. I hope that your morning has gotten off to a really nice start. I like to do these readings on Sundays where we just rely on the cards themselves and the deck creators and makers for their words of wisdom. I don't really read the cards. I just read the books and I shuffle for the cards before we get on. So if there's something that is on your mind, if there's a particular situation or just a particular feeling you're feeling inside that you just can't put a finger on, you may want to just kind of focus on it, bring your mindful awareness to your breath, and just sort of ground and center and frame yourself in this present moment, here and now, breathing. And then just sort of look at the piles. Is there a particular card or picture, or are you drawn in a certain direction? Is your intuition telling you something? Just allow yourself to be guided. You can choose one pile, or you can choose all the piles, or anything in between. Feel free. I'm always amazed at how many messages there really are in these readings. I love doing them. And I hope that you all enjoy them and get something useful from them. All right, so we're going to dive in. You've chosen your pile. And we're going to begin with the Infinity pile here from the Spiral Oracle. Wow. Okay. Wow. I am getting a message of a third eye clearing here. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely getting this message. Some of you, like, your connection with your intuition may be a little blocked. You may want to sage, and particularly even sage around your third eye, or even lay down and put a crystal on your third eye that you resonate with. Whatever works for you. But let's see what the messages are that go with these cards. We're going to begin. Oh, there's my glasses. I'm like, I know I put them somewhere. We're going to begin with this Infinity card from the Spiral Oracle. Once upon a time, a samurai warrior came to a Zen master and asked him to explain the difference. Bhakti, relax. Between heaven and hell. When the Zen master looked at him, he said, I will never teach anything to someone as ignorant and violent as you. The samurai was immediately consumed by rage. He drew his sword and prepared to finalize him. Then the master said, that is hell. Instantly, the samurai understood, and humbled by the wisdom, he put his sword away and bowed in gratitude before the Zen master. The master said, that is heaven. My emotions and my mind dominated me. It caused great confusion, expectations, and projections. They brought an illusionary veil that kept reality out of sight. Suffering stops when I acknowledge the ignorance of my own universe. I open up my vision and I leave room inside me for what I didn't see. For what I didn't want to see. Truth. And then it says, attention. The mind and body are part of the same being and affect each other. When I pay attention to my emotions and thoughts, I regain the sovereignty of my being. I breathe, I observe, and the pace of life slows down. I can now see things clearly. Wow. Okay. And then in the Herbiary deck, we're getting Sage. And this says, life can be sticky. Can you all see that? Okay. Members of the Sage clan have been used in a multitude of cultures for clearing the invisible wisps of energy that cling barnacle-like to people and places. Whether you think of those energies as your own spent emotions or the leftover emanations of someone else's, Sage can help you make peace and move on. Sage is sacred because it clears the way, creating a blank canvas and an open path, allowing you the opportunity to reach your full potential. Sage's appearance tells you that a block needs to be cleared, whether you can name it or not, so you can move forward. Okay, especially if you picked this stack of cards because you had a feeling and you just weren't able to place it. I don't even know why I said that. I don't think I've ever said that before at the beginning of one of these readings. Even as I said it, I was like, well, that's definitely for somebody. All right, and now in the Isis deck, we're getting High Priestess. Yes. All right, and the message here... Beloved Isis gazes upon you now, and behind her vast eyes, mysteries are unveiled. A new clarity around your direction is unfolding. Be willing to wait for the full reveal, but also recognize what is happening at this time. You will be gaining valuable insight into where you are being led and for what purpose. It is an exciting moment in your unfoldment. Have reverence and an open heart and mind, and wait patiently for the grand revelation that is on its way. Currently, you are being offered assistance in unveiling your divine destiny. You will be shown your purpose in a broader and more meaningful way than ever before. You can expect to have many aha moments where your life experiences and journeys suddenly make sense from a much bigger perspective, helping you understand how everything that you have gone through has brought you to where you are today, which in turn helps you trust even more where you are being led. You are guided to trust in the reveal, whether it seems preposterously magnificent and you have no idea how it could possibly all happen, or whether it seems not nearly grand enough as yet. In time, with your patience and willingness to trust in the unfoldment of your life, you will realize the inherent beauty, perfection, and sublime loveliness of your life unfolding, and that your purpose and destiny are truly exquisite. You will feel even more joy and peace and trust within you, growing into the serenity of the High Priestess, who accepts all with a wisdom born of great insight and understanding. Rather than being passive, she is actively surrendered in absolute trust in higher wisdom. The High Priestess, Lady Isis, and your own divine soul are calling you to trust in the unfoldment of a mystery into revelation right now. Pay attention to the sacred signs, dreams, and intuitions right now, as they are accurate and more prophetic than usual. Provided the guidance in these spiritual insights is guiding you deeper into love, which you will recognize as a feeling of deep trust, safety, and knowing, even in the most unfamiliar circumstances, then you can trust them completely. This oracle is also indication that if something completely unfathomable, bizarre, or strange is happening right now, provided you feel love in your heart, trust it. It is the hand of the divine guiding you, and you just don't know enough of what is happening in the bigger picture yet to make sense of the situation, but you will in time, and possibly much sooner than you realize. Wow. Sometimes as humans, we hold on to things, and we make things take longer to come in than they need to. I can't say that that's what's happening here, but it feels like you're being guided in a direction for sure. All right, and then we have this energy, stuck energy. An old-fashioned truck is stuck deeply in the mud, clearly not going anywhere. A frustrated man sits on top, trying to discern how he's going to get it out. Similarly, you are looking at a situation in your life where you feel overwhelmingly stuck and you simply don't know how to change things. Perhaps you're in a job that's dissatisfying, yet you feel like you can't leave because of the money. Maybe you're in a relationship that's stifling or in some way dishonoring to you, yet you feel you must stay. Perhaps for the kids or because you believe you can't make it on your own. Whatever it is, you find yourself so deeply entrenched that you can't seem to move. Yet take a moment to notice the rainbow and orbs behind the man. These represent the power of your own spirit. And the message here is a life lesson from your soul. It's time to know that you do have the power to resolve this seemingly unresolvable situation. Stop and figure out the logistical steps you need to take. Meditate on the strength of your soul. You always have options, and you are resourceful and capable enough to figure them out. Only you have the power to choose the direction of your life. No matter what you're dealing with, you can get unstuck. All right, you all, I'm being guided to light my sage here, just in case some of you don't have sage on hand. I'm just going to send this out energetically for all of us. You know, it's always a good thing to clear our energy here. So I'm just going to light my sage. Please send the energy of this sage to help clear the way for those who are watching. So that they can more clearly see their path, their route, and the way. I will just let that smolder over here on my shell. All right, that's what I have for pile 1, you guys. You're definitely being guided in a new direction. It feels like you're being guided towards some type of abundance associated with your soul path. It feels like something that's really good, and you may just have to trust it at times without really knowing where it's leading you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you received some really helpful insights from that will help you throughout this week. All right, I'm going to move on to the moon deck here. Let's see, we have Moon, Valerian, Letting Go, and Pillar of Light. Neat. All right. Let's dive in with the Spiral Oracle, the Moon card. Let me find it. Okay, here we go. The luminous and mysterious moon exercises a great power of attraction over the waters of the earth. Its phases influence the tides, the sap of plants, the migration of birds, the rotation of the planet, and our human body. These natural cycles remind us that our human behavior is not separate from our surroundings. It unashamedly exposes us to the most transcendental wisdom. We live in an expansive and infinite spiral. I feel the energy of the moon in my waters, waxing to initiate this and strengthen, full to expand and project, waning for introspection, for letting go. Dark moon inviting me to receive, purify, and explore my inner vision. There's something here that says detachment. The only constant of life is change. Like the cycles of the moon, everything is in constant movement, a steady, indifferent spiral of change. Practicing detachment is not about breaking ties with what is important to me. It is about not depending on certain things, people, places, or emotions for my own happiness. When my happiness comes from within, I get involved in relationships in a healthier way, with myself and others. Practicing detachment is a path of integrity. I expand when I stop resisting and let go. What you resist persists. Wow, interesting. I'm always blown away because these messages every week, I have no idea what the messages of these cards are. I would not in any way think that the moon would be a message of letting go. But here we have it, you know? So it's so incredible to me the way the cards work. And I'm always so grateful for the reminder of what a miracle it is. how wildly, we couldn't plan it, but it's always there for us. All right, let's look up the meaning of Valerian. Valerian stands tall in the garden, her stem stiff to compensate for a hollow core, but you don't let her upright stance fool you. Valerian dreams of being a cat. In her efforts to become more mammalian, she's evolved an animal-like oil that acts as a perfume to those with feline proclivities, while smelling like sweaty gym socks to the rest of us. Why a cat, you ask? Valerian's been watching felines and has come to the gleeful conclusion that cats are rather shameless and more content because of it. She asks you to aspire to a life free of self-flagellation and daily denigrations. Valerian begs you to relax your armored body, your stiff thoughts, your rigid emotions, and then join her for a shameless afternoon nap. Again, it feels like letting go of structure, of rigidity, of a need for something to turn out a certain way or to be a certain way. Okay, let's see. Now, in the Quantum Oracle, we're literally getting letting go. Okay. A woman releases powerful dogs that have been dragging her along. The dogs have been pulling her in different directions and holding her back from the inviting options that she has longed to experience in order to enter these enticing adventures. She is choosing to free herself from those old impediments, and you have the power to free yourself as well. I have to turn the page. There's something in your life that you are ready to let go of. It could be an old job, a location, or even a relationship that doesn't suit you anymore. And whether or not there's an external situation you need to release, there is likely to be an internal pattern that must be shed in order to achieve the happiness and the outcomes you desire. Look within. Are you plagued by a critical or worrisome thought pattern, an unhealthy or even addictive behavior? If so, you need to know that you're engaged in some major self-sabotaging energy. But this is a vibration you can change. It's time to muster up the discipline you need to let go, free yourself from the inner and outer beasts that have been dragging you down, and open your life to the unencumbered destiny that you deserve. There is an affirmation here, and it says, I release unhealthy attachments and make choices that honor me. I move toward my own objectives with joy and trust. That's a lovely affirmation. All right, and then for the last card, you're getting Pillar of Light. Descent of the Star of Isis. Beings of light and divinity are calling you now. They wish to connect with you more strongly, and you are being guided to strengthen your energy field to allow more of the divine light that seeks to flow through your body safely and into expression. Beloved initiate, you are called to allow more divine energy and light to emanate from your body to help you build your light body so that the love and healing of the cosmic feminine energies of the Star of Isis can descend through you, offering healing light and assistance to humanity and setting your own heart and soul on fire with divine love and passion. It is suggested that you first build and strengthen your natural pillar of light within your energy body, like building a broadband cable, so that you can receive energy transmissions into your being more easily. Without such preparation, it would be like trying to run high voltage electricity through wires that were not equipped to handle it. Some fire and damage would occur, and the practice would not be safe or sensible. The pillar of light is the energy tube of pure white light that connects the soul star chakra above your head and the earth star chakra beneath your feet. The Star of Isis will descend from above your soul star chakra, pouring in grace, light, and healing power until it eventually flows like a river into your earth star chakra, blessing the earth through your body. The Star of Isis, also known as Sirius, rests in a state of bliss joy and has a soul presence of heart, great strength, and stunning spiritual light. This is the consciousness seeking to manifest more fully in service through you now, beloved initiate. You are becoming more and more ready to sustain such high vibrations. If you pulled the Oracle of the Lady of the Stars as well, then you are encouraged to start this practice on a daily basis as soon as possible. There are higher frequencies waiting to connect more consciously with you for spiritual enlightenment, healing, and guidance, but you will need to prepare your energy field for the connection so the energy can flow without undue stress or strain on your body. Once you start this practice, you will get a sense of how often feels right for you. If you do it too often, perhaps more than once a day, you may feel lightheaded or ungrounded, too hot or cranky, hormonal or overheated inside. out of balance emotionally, and just not enjoying your practice. Moderation will lead you more quickly into success. It is recommended that you attempt this practice no more than once per day and for several minutes at a time, building up to however long feels right for you. As you grow, you will feel the light descending and the energy ascending more and more strongly in your physical body. At first, you may feel energy or you may not, and that is fine. The exercise will work, and your awareness of it at a conscious level will grow with practice. You will also find that, like a better internet connection, as you continue with your practice, your ability to be in conscious communication with your spiritual guidance, to channel healing and other spiritual activities as a meditation will be stronger, clearer, easier, and more powerful. Remember to have mercy. If you are then using these abilities with others, they may not be used to the degree of electricity that is coming through you, and you want to facilitate good, not cause harm to the person you are helping. Stay in your heart, don't be attached to being powerful, and allow the Divine Lady Isis to manage the power that flows from you to another by asking for her help in unconditional love. Wow, that's powerful. Very, very powerful. All right, this is what I have for you with the second pile, the moon pile. I really hope that this offered you some kind of guidance that helps you throughout this week. And thank you so much for joining me here. I really hope that it was a good experience for you. All right, now we're moving on to the third pile. We're getting the journey. We're getting rosemary, one of my favorite herbs. And then we actually got 2 Isis cards. Magic and Ritual and the Lunar Queen. Okay, so we're going to begin with the Spiral Oracle with the journey. All right. In all my dreams, there are keys that open doors to my inner world. Today, this image offers me the possibility to explore a daydream. An animal of power approaches. He invites me to look at a sacred symbol that has inhabited me since the beginning. Now I understand it. My heart trembles and recognizes what it represents. It is a seed of unity for a fragmented world. With archaic wisdom, this benevolent spirit whispers to me in a wordless language. It is time to spread this symbol across the earth to all people. I climb on his back and we take flight. From the heavens, we release this message of peace into every corner of the planet. Each time the message is received, I see from above a human heart bathing in light and opening like a flower in spring. And then it offers you this service. I contemplate the world with affection and care, gathering the best that it has to offer. I have come with fear and love, with light and shadows, with ancestral wounds and healing power. I give myself to the service of the world as an expression of unconditional love for our differences. The world receives me back with a love I did not know. Sorry, I gotta turn the page. As if it had been waiting for me all this time. Within me, the sweetest lullaby ever heard begins to sound. It is the song of the soul of the world, which now welcomes me. What you put out, like as within, so without, that's what I'm getting from that. All right, you guys. Man. All right, here we go with rosemary. Yummy stuff. Rosemary is the smell of deja vu and the afterbreath of nostalgia. Her gift is the faint scent that teases and vanishes, leaving you longing for something you can't quite name, and with memories that crest and crash, pulling you gasping into their undertow. In Victorian times, rosemary was said to say, "Remember me," but this is but a small part of her magic. Rosemary can ease remembrance, softening sharp edges, or she can dredge the distant past, pulling on your DNA to bring forward the longings of lineage. Crush the leaves, hold them to your nose. The past is encoded in our cellular memory. Rosemary whispers, sink into the knowledge that lives in your bones. Let memory rise up from the body of your being. Wow. Okay, and now we're moving on to the Quantum Oracle, and you're getting your higher self. All right. This card shows a woman's heart with brilliant white wings radiating golden light. It represents your own eternal spirit, your higher self, the part of you that existed before this life, before all the issues you think this life is about. You are entering a very valuable and intuitive time, one in which you're able to feel the true depth of your power. You are shedding the feelings of doubt and limitation, reaching deep within to feel the boundless strength of eternity vibrating in your soul. This is your true self, your lifeline to truth, higher consciousness, and timeless connections. Meditate on your soul's identity to gain all the understanding that you need and all the solutions that you seek. Your soul is clearing the way for profound blessings to come, so let this sacred self guide you. As you do, you'll begin to notice magical happenings in your life. Wow. Wow, that just feels so powerful. Okay, then with the Isis cards, you're getting magic and ritual. We'll start there. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Magic and ritual can support your divine path now in the physical world, and you are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice. The results that you experience will encourage you to continue with the practice as you grow in power, grace, love, ability, and wisdom, and apply your inner beauty to transform your outer world. For us to grow empowered and potent on the path of ancient feminine power, we need to honor our knowing and being and cultivate sacred practice. Sacred practice becomes the habit of growing our spiritual power and consciousness. Like a garden needing regular care and watering to blossom and flourish, our inner garden of the soul, where our creativity, joy, spiritual gifts, and bliss bubble away, also need regular attention. Coming to our practice takes strength and inner will. Even though it can feel amazing, we still have to wake up, set aside time, and discipline ourselves to show up for our own inner growth. We will reap the benefits when we do, but we must allow ourselves to fall in love with our practice, to craft something that really speaks to us so that we want to do it. The desire and discipline together help us engage in our practice regularly, and we can grow so fast that it can be quite shocking. When an initiate shows particular promise, higher guidance will often encourage that they develop a regular practice to hone their spiritual and creative abilities and more fully manifest their divine potential. They will grow faster and stronger spiritually and be able to step into spiritual healing and leadership to great effect. You are one such soul, dear initiate, and you are being guided to prepare for this growth and authority now with your sacred practice. This oracle is guidance that you do have the great power and wisdom within you, but you need to provide channels for it to flow and be active and empowered in your physical life. Sacred practice is such a channel. Without these channels, the ego is left to create on its own, which is not much fun at all. The ego believes in fear and separation, and no matter how much it may want to feel love, bliss, connection, joy, and fulfillment, it really cannot do without your spiritual presence in life. Ritual and magic as a form of sacred practice are recommended for you as a way to bring more spiritual presence into your waking life, to heal and support the ego as you learn to create a life that feels better and brings you and others more fulfillment. Sacred practice with magic and ritual may involve any of the guided exercises in this oracle. Choose what feels good for you and experiment with what might be a regular pattern of practice for you. You are worth the effort. Remember, whatever effort you do put in will be repaid to you in wonderful benefits many, many times over. Once you experience these effects, it might only take a day or a week or two for the effect to show itself. You will be more committed to continue. The effects are cumulative. As you continue to practice, the positive effects continue to grow. If you have recently started a sacred practice, this oracle is confirmation that it is working well for you and that you should not give up if you are not seeing the results that you had hoped for. They are coming fast. This oracle is also confirmation that if you are considering making an adjustment to your sacred practice, it might be time to do so, provided that you don't dismiss the gains you have already made with your current practice, and you remember that sometimes small changes can have big effect. Ritual and magic practice with clear intent to be of service to the highest good and to manifest through unconditional love. Accelerate your power and growth, particularly when it was based on what your heart truly desires. It might be about connecting more with your body, about stilling your mind, or expressing your voice or your creativity. An example of a practice is outlined now, but it is simply an example as long as your practice includes invocation or prayer or divine forces of unconditional love, provides a structure through which divine energy can flow and it feels natural and right for you, then it will work. Please note that if you have pulled the Pillar of Light card together, which was in the thing previous to this, if you selected that pile as well, together with this, then including that ritual as the heart of your practice is recommended at this time. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, when I was shuffling these cards, these two cards came out and I was like, this one came out and then this one came out. And so I was shuffling for 4 piles. So I thought, oh, this one goes with the 4th pile and this one goes with the 3rd pile. So I go to put this one in the 4th pile and I literally got nope. This one goes here. And now this one is also connected to the one from the pile before. It all feels like, I don't even know. I don't know. But you just take that as it resonates. All right. So you may want to, if you didn't choose the pile before this one, go back and listen to the Pillar of Light reading. Okay. The Lunar Queen is the next card. Okay. She of the Celestial Crescent. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment, an essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. Wow, these cards are definitely connected. Isis, as Lunar Queen, understands the cycles of creative power and flow. Sometimes it can be hard to let go of a desire to force, control, and make things happen. To exert might and will power to bring what you wish for into being by sheer determination, exertion, and force. Yet the vast creative power of the feminine principle is in honoring and flowing with cycles of activity and rest, of releasing force and surrendering into the perfection of what is happening right now, realizing that this action brings us divine manifestation and creation more effortlessly and gracefully and to greater effect. The celestial crescent is the moon in her changing form. This oracle comes to you at a time when you are shifting from one phase in your spiritual and creative journey into a new phase. This is a time to pay deep attention to the messages of your body and allow them to guide you. Do you need to balance your activity with more rest? Do you need to be more actively creating, but from a more relaxed and allowing rather than a demanding or forceful mental state? Or is it time for you to spring into action once more? Has the time come to take a step forward? Pay attention to any other card that you may draw with the Lunar Queen to more fully understand which phase is more appropriate for you now. These cards will help you connect with your inner wisdom and the guidance of your own body wisdom for the greatest timing and unfoldment of your manifestation. Remember, sometimes more time in the oven prevents an undercooked meal. Sometimes we just need to wait a little longer. The quiet times are dark moon energies, when the times when you will sense from your inner wisdom, your body wisdom, that you are in need of replenishing and percolation. The other times when you feel the inner oven timer has rung and it is time to get that delicious meal on the table. Your body will urge you to dance, to act, to communicate, to be bold, and take steps. These are full moon energies. Your body will help you know where you are at and what you need. The flow between the dark moon and the full moon and all the phases in between is constant. In allowing that flow, even several times in a day or in an hour, you will maximize your creativity and allow your life to manifest creative project after creative project, should you so choose. You will feel greater inner harmony, wellness, and connection. This oracle is also a reminder that the feminine wisdom is not widely accepted in Western culture as yet, with its distorted view of what constitutes productive behavior. The lunar queen is quite a radical. You will need to really believe in your own wisdoms and give yourself great support and trust your own body wisdom in as you learn to operate in this more intuitive, flexible, responsive, feminine way. The oracle tells you that the Lady Isis and the spiritual guidance that cares for you completely encourages and supports you in being strong and giving yourself absolute permission to rest when needed, to honor your creative cycles for the greatest productivity and quality. If you have been wanting to create something or feel frustrated in your creative enterprises, then the Lunar Oracle also contains the message for you that something creative is within you and wanting to emerge. It is stirring in your unconscious and will soon be reflected more clearly back to you, and you shall be able to act. But for now, have patience. There can be much inner work required before the relatively swift outer work of bringing the creative impulse into form even begins. Such is the natural creative flow at times. If you are already in the flow and want to know if this is the time to really let go and shine like the gorgeous full moon, the answer is yes. Trust and know that you are being guided by your own inner wisdoms and supported by she of the celestial crescent, the lunar queen lady, Isis. Whoa, okay. There's an ebb and a flow, but something's definitely changing, and something is really highlighting to, when we do the inner work on ourselves, when we focus our work on ourselves, everything else starts to fall into place. And I feel like that pile was really reminding us of that. All right, I really hope that pile brought you some wisdom that is useful to you in this upcoming week. And we're going to move on to the inner sun pile. Aw. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Some of you might be Leos. 2 sun cards. And it looks like some kind of reconciliation of soulmates is happening in these cards. All right. Really big time past life soulmates. Okay, well, let's get into this. All right. Inner sun. Open your heart, open to feeling, open to understanding. Leave reason aside and let the hidden sun inside you shine. Open yourself to the ancient memory hidden in the earth, in the plants, under the water, under the fire. It's time. Now is the time. Open your heart. Surrender. I surrender to my true feelings. I climb the walls that I have placed inside myself. I overcome my own barriers. I let go of my armor. As I acknowledge thoughts of harm directed to myself and to others, I am able to forgive myself and let them go. Now with new clarity, new joys come. Wow. Wow. All right, and then you're getting Hawthorne. Sorry, I got something in my eye right there. I don't know what that was. All right. Hawthorne. Hawthorne remembers a time when local gods watched over knolls and wells, frolicking and making mischief in her branches. She remembers her limbs hung with strands of beads glittering in the sun and scraps of fabric fluttering in the wind like prayer flags. offerings to the land itself and to the gods who kept alive the vital conduit between spirit and matter. Those days are mostly past, but Hawthorne holds the portals open, knowing these inner connections provide true nourishment to keep the heart whole. If Hawthorne appears for you, strengthen your heart and guard it from homesickness by tending the connections between the spirit realms and the material world. Wow. All right. I feel like someone or something is coming into your life here. Let's look at this. Kindred partnership. Coupling. A couple dances on a beautiful beach, indicating that a potential union awaits you, either now or in the not-so-distant future. This card portends a new relationship of some kind or a deepening, caring connection. There's a sharing of mind and heart here. The upcoming partnership is likely to be a romantic one, bringing tender-hearted feelings your way. It may manifest either as a deeper commitment in a present romance or as a brand new love appearing in your life. This could also manifest as a work partnership, probably in business you feel passionate about. There could also be a legal agreement of some kind. Whatever form this energy takes, the wonderful resonance of support and care will be expanding in your life. This Inner Sun card, when it came out, and it was talking about climbing the barriers that are within you and letting go of any harm that you've wished on other people or yourself here. I feel like this Inner Sun card was preparing this person to allow something in. And with Hawthorne, this is talking about something that's spiritual manifesting in the 3D here. And then you have this where there's someone literally coming in. So there's some kind of preparation of oneself that is happening and some kind of alchemy or manifestation that's happening that is resulting in this energy of someone coming in. So it's like calling in a soulmate. And then you have this rising sun from the Isis Oracle. Let us see what that is about. The divine solar child reborn. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you. One of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is won through boldness, persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine, and to continue with the path. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. As we journey into the ancient feminine, there are many, many times when we meet her dark face. We must be patient, accepting, allowing. Often, when we meet the difficulties of birth, literal and symbolic, we might feel great emotional or physical pain, spiritually bereft, alone, and yearning for deeper union. Perhaps even wondering if what you seek could be a genuine experience, or if it is the stuff of daydreams and fantasies. During times of despair and struggle, we come back to our hearts, searching for faith within, searching for signs to support us as we take the long journey down the spiritual birth canal into love in even greater expression. It might take weeks, months, or many, many years to birth ourselves over and over again into more of our divine essence. Some birthing processes that are deeply profound will feel as though they take most, if not all, of our lifetime on this planet. At another level, many lifetimes will constitute one birth process. However, no matter how much we encounter the inner workings of the womb of the divine feminine, there are always moments of entering the light of birth into the new world as a new beginning into reality transformed. Isn't that what I just literally said? These moments are precious and herald the beginning of a new level of divinity expressed, often in deeply creative new ways. The divine solar child being born brings new light into your life, likely to express itself in multiple forms. Revived and new relationships, new inspiration and opportunities in your work and spiritual life, more love and enjoyment, new or more energized community, greater well-being and experience in your body, creative abilities that you didn't even realize you had, opening up effortlessly as you surrender to allow the body to create faculty to flow. There are some of the gifts that are given to you by the universe at the cosmic baby shower for the birth of the divine solar child. The sweetness of the gifts of this new life make all that came before it so sacred and worthwhile. To honor and accept the past and the courage it required of us, and yet to accept that it is now time to turn our face to the light and partake in the fruits of our inner labors, is what the oracle ordains. Symbolized by the headdress of the cow's horns with a golden disc within, worn by the Egyptian goddesses, including Isis, and the symbolism of Isis nursing her divine son-child Horus at her breast, the oracle of the rising sun brings with it a new day, dawn, breakthrough, end of the struggle, and genuine and stable birth of optimism and hope for you now. Wow. I love that we're leaving this reading on that note. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful note to leave it on. I really want to sincerely thank each and every one of you for joining me. I really do enjoy doing these Slow Sunday Oracle readings. I have had really horrific headaches for days now, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but I am so passionate about this reading that and last Sunday it was the same. Ever since the eclipse, it's like and then I have moments of just like where I feel great, and then I'm doing all kinds of things. So I don't know, something's happening. But anyway, I just want to thank you all for joining me, and I always thank you. I keep you in my prayers always, as those that keep me coming back to my desk, that keep me showing up. And I am always just very, very, very grateful for all of you who show up to view my readings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. May your week ahead be blessed and full of love and light.